You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Oh, as with many UFC fighters, and we like covering the UFC as best we can on this channel. We cover it some on the other channel as well, Black and White Live. Go subscribe. Well, UFC fighters are unapologetic and they're unafraid to say what they mean. A reflection of their leader, Dana White, who, of course, built the UFC up into a billion-dollar company. And the other day, we had a transgender, a former male / still male, that went out there and beat a woman in somehow, some way, a sanctioned MMA fight, mixed martial arts. Went out there and found a way to legally beat the hell out of a woman. Now, said fighter, an ex-Army Special Forces Ranger, that's right, an ex-Army Ranger, who has went through the quote-unquote change. I don't know what that means, and I don't care, okay? Claimed that because said woman that he fought held her own for a full round, that, well, it was a fair fight. Well, the woman fighter may have been more technically sound than you. But the fact is, with sheer physicality, you wore the woman down and then rear-naked choked her out, a woman, okay? And I don't condone that. In no way, shape, or form am I going to condone it. In no way, shape, or form do I think that's okay. I'm shocked that an athletic commission would sanction the fight, and that makes them a joke, okay? So, now we enter two UFC fighters, a former UFC fighter and a current UFC fighter, much like Colby Covington, much like Jorge Masvidal, like their leader, Dana White, unapologetic, and they have slammed the shit out of Alana McLaughlin, a male transgender who went out and beat a female. And Sean didn't pull any punches, Strickland, and the other fighter slammed the athletic commission for having sanctioned the fight. Let's get to this. All right. Get out of MMA, coward. Slams transgender fighter Alana McLaughlin. Not one to hold back his thoughts, Sean Strickland has ridiculed the second openly transgender fighter in MMA, Alana McLaughlin. The 30-year-old claimed that McLaughlin changing her name and calling herself, quote, a woman, will not convince him to believe the new Combate Global star is biologically a female. Exactly. McLaughlin became the subject of controversy following her win over Celine Provost on Friday night. She cruised past the French opponent via submission in the second round. Strickland called McLaughlin a coward and criticized the athletic commission for sanctioning the fight. And this is exactly what he said. Change your name, call yourself a woman, but you're still a effing man. Get out of women's MMA, coward. This is why athletic commissions are useless. And this is the fighter, the guy on the left with all the tattoos, went in the ring against a female. Strickland is set to fight Luke Rockhold at UFC 268. In his last outing, he breezed past Uriah Hall in convincing fashion, and he goes on to talk about that score in that fight. Former UFC fighter Jake Shields, I think we all remember Jake, also echoed Strickland's thoughts. The 42-year-old suggested that all promotions and athletic commissions should avoid letting a trans woman compete in women's MMA. Quote, this is just insane that any fight show or commission would allow a trans woman to fight a trans person to fight a woman. Alana McLaughlin responded to her critics. This was something I covered the other day in a video, talking about nasty messages and how she was being called a cheater. Him, are being called a cheater. I'm getting variations of the same nasty messages calling me a cheater, like I didn't just get beat on for a round and a half. I'm not sure that matters, man. Y'all need to show at Celine Grande some respect and take your concern trolling elsewhere. They're not trolling you, man. They're worried about the safety of the woman. You're a dude in the octagon with a woman beating the hell out of her. Really? Okay? I mean, somebody left a comment the other day that literally said, somehow, some way, this dude has figured out a way to legally beat women. Not cool. Okay? Not cool. I can't believe anybody in this day and time, with all the people that are so concerned about so many social issues and women's rights and all these things, that this is okay. We're just going to let a dude get in the octagon and or ring and beat on a woman. That's what's happening here. Okay? I mean, where I come from here in Texas, you're pretty much the lowest form of human scum if you choose to fight a woman and you're a dude. I mean, really? Come on. And I said the other day, I mean, come on. For crying out loud, why do you never see this the other way around? A woman has decided to go over and be a dude and get in the ring with men. I don't know if it's happened, but I can't remember it happening. And we see this over and over again, and it's always male going to female and now competing. And it's like, one of these sprinters a while back literally was like the 400th sprinter in the world and then moved over to compete against women and was winning events. What does that tell you? Okay, Laurel Hubbard pulls a weightlifting record. A record that the person that held it, a woman who was pissed, come out and said, there is no woman that would have beat my record, period. When she found out who broke it, she said, there's no woman that broke my record. And they said, well, it was formerly a male. There you go. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Look, I appreciate these guys like Sean coming out, speaking their mind. Guys from the UFC, they're not afraid to come out and say what they think. Jake Shields, I watched him fight many a time. Tell me what you think. I think this is wrong. I do. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.